We back, man. Check this out. We got another new episode, man. We finna get into this trafficking because trafficking is really all over the internet right now, and the media, social media, TikTok, you name it, it's all out there. Everybody's talking about it, and we finna just step right into it, and we finna find out. We gonna diagnose and break this bitch down. Yo, this your boy Z. Let's get it.
It's become a hub for
illicit activities,
sexual assault, and stop human trafficking gangs.
Human trafficking is big business. It generates about
Bigger than the planet itself.
$150 billion a year globally in illegal profits. Traffickers exploit a number of companies to carry out their deeds, banks to launder money, planes to transport victims, and social media platforms to lure prospects.
It's so many hands all over this right now. So many hands. And you know what? It's like one big circle. Everything is pretty much like hidden to everything's diagnosed. So y'all already know how that is, allegedly.
But there's one major sector where traffickers tend to hide in plain sight: hotels.
We know that sex trafficking takes place in hotels and hotel rooms. We also know that individuals working at hotels can be in situations of forced labor, and labor trafficking can take place at any point in a hotel's supply chain.
Human trafficking is the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some type of labor.
No, it's bigger than how they worded everything like here on the screen, but it's bigger than just that itself. Because think about it, you got, I'm gonna say, certain places, you got missing body parts, you have laundry trafficking, and so much more, man. I'm gonna put it out there. It's allegedly. So tell me about it.
Or commercial sex act. In the US, there were more than 10,000 reported cases of human trafficking in 2020, and 72% were related to sex trafficking. Large events like the Super Bowl are thought to bring a spike in sex trafficking due to a high influx of visitors.
I bet it is.
The COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated this issue.
Another cap issue.
Criminals are able to abuse new hotel technology like contactless check-in, making it more difficult to spot signs of trafficking.
I like how they use that, man. They use certain events to kind of like redirect the like people from looking at the alternative. You know what I'm saying? It's like right there. Like you telling me that it's gonna go this way, but really it's supposed to be that way. You know what I'm saying?
All the while, waves of sex trafficking lawsuits continue to pile up against hotel chains.
Now, what we also saw during the pandemic was really a confirmation that trafficking is possible and profitable in the United States because there are systemic inequities and injustices that the pandemic really highlighted.
I really don't even like her energy already. It's just too like relaxed, as in don't care. You know what I mean?
The impact of COVID-19, civil lawsuits, and increased awareness. What are the major hotel chains doing to curb human trafficking?
Not a damn thing.
Hotels and motels are some of the most common venues for sex trafficking. Traffickers generally use the rooms for commercial sex acts, and the ability to pay in cash provides a sense of secrecy through finances. It's estimated that commercial sexual exploitation generates about $99 billion in illegal profit.
That number probably bigger than that. Big business. Big business.
Profits globally. These activities are unbeknownst to hotel management, according to the National Human Trafficking Hotline. But Nakia Vestal, a survivor of sex trafficking, says hotel staff are sometimes in on it.
Most traffickers on that scale, they always have a set location where they work. They always pick a hotel where they work because it's comfortable for them. They know the people at the front desk. You know, the people at the front desk know what's going on. So,
see what I'm saying? Everybody's all in on this one circle. It's in rotation. Like I was saying,
You know, for them to say, "Oh, we don't know what's going on." If you see the same individual and these same girls come every day, you know what's going on.
facts.
In 2000, the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, or TVPA, was the first bill enacted to monitor, prevent, and criminalize trafficking. It also penalizes private entities that enable or are complicit with the illegal act. This law was a pivotal moment for survivors. Since then, major hotel brands, as well as smaller motels, have been sued for negligence, profiting from, and even promoting sex trafficking. Experts believe Risa Retrio filed the first ever civil claim against a motel or hotel for its role in human trafficking in 2015.
Why it took that long, man? Why this bill took this long? But I just think about it from December 19, that's when it was passed. You got to look at who the Congress is. All right. Who was dealing with the whole House at the time. See what I'm saying? Look that up.
The case was settled, and with it, hundreds of other victims have come forward with lawsuits. In 2019, 257 defendants were sued for sex trafficking, and 117 of the defendants were hotels, more than the 4 years prior combined.
That's a lot of goddamn hotels. 117 hotels worldwide. All of them name brand too. So
in 2020, 149 defendants were sued for sex trafficking, and nearly half were hotels. The hotels accused more frequently were Motel 6, Super 8 Motel, Days Inn, Red Roof Inn, and La Quinta.
See what I'm saying? The cheapest ones. Not only that, man, but somebody saw something, man. I'm just saying. Because if you work there, I don't even want to say no more.
The low scale motels, they know what's going on. If you have a hotel where you have porn, where you can go in and there's a porn, like there's a channel, you click a channel, you turn the TV on, porn's on the TV, that's a red flag right there.
Although they made up a smaller portion of cases, big name hotel companies took the top headlines that year. In 2019, 6 major hotels, including Marriott, Wyndham, and Hilton, were sued by a woman for allegedly turning a blind eye to signs of trafficking in their franchised hotels to continue earning a profit. The defendants contend that they did not knowingly benefit financially from the plaintiff's sex trafficking venture. In the same month, 3 sex trafficking victims sued 3 major hotel chains in Houston for gross negligence.
Why it took that long?
The U.S. Department of State estimates that there are 24.9 million trafficking victims worldwide at any given time. Human traffickers prey on adults and children of all ages and backgrounds, exploiting them for their own profit. People who come from systemically and historically marginalized groups are more likely to be targeted.
Especially when it comes to labor trafficking of guest workers in the U.S. who are in the U.S. on temporary guest work visas are very often targeted by traffickers, often because there are certain loopholes in that system that traffickers are exploiting. On the sex trafficking side, we absolutely see greater risk with LGBTQ youth, especially runaway and homeless youth, as well as Black and brown girls and women and Indigenous.
Hey, man. She already said a mouthful already. Brown and black. Brown and black. Brown and black.
Communities as well. Now, communities who have, again, experienced historic discrimination and all of the rippling effects from that.
It's been long believed that large events like Mardi Gras, the Olympics, and the Super Bowl lead to an influx of sex trafficking in the hotels of host cities. In 2020,
all events are capable.
The It's a Penalty campaign collaborated with other businesses, including Hilton Hotels, to educate, equip, and report human trafficking in Tampa, Florida during Super Bowl 55. As a result, calls in Tampa meets the National Human Trafficking Hotline saw a 166% increase compared to the same time period the previous year. However, there isn't any data supporting an influx in human trafficking during large events.
There's no data that speaks for itself. Why? I'm gonna wait. And I'm gonna wait.
Awareness campaign and media coverage is likely connected to an increase in reporting during these times. It's most likely that the same folks who were trafficked on Super Bowl Sunday were trafficked the Sunday before and the Sunday after, according to Polaris. These days, social media plays a big role in both
It always have.
recruitment and prevention. Traffickers can use it to impersonate, manipulate, and advertise their victim services. On the other hand, viral stories of sex trafficking attempts are sweeping the internet. But those sensationalized stories of attempted abduction in stores, malls, and parking lots can do more harm than good. Experts say traffickers typically use coercion or deception, not kidnapping and physical force.
Now,
I don't know about that.
one of the most common myths that
Everything physical.
we see perpetuated on social media will be things like kidnapping schemes, things like some sort of ruse to get someone to get out of their car, and then someone will come and kidnap them and then traffic them. Those situations are highly unlikely, very, very rare.
Like I said, I don't like her energy. That's bullshit coming out of her mouth.
We really do not hear about them on the National Human Trafficking Hotline. Now, when those types of situations are proliferated on social media, that type of disinformation, what ends up happening is people don't understand how trafficking really happens. They sort of miss the point that trafficking is most often perpetuated by...
When you say you missed the point, why? Why is it on social media? Why are people whipping out their camera phones? There's videos, there's footages, there's victims coming forward. Why can't they do a lie detector test on them to see who's telling the truth? I'm just saying, yo.
Psychological coercion by people who a victim or survivor knows.
Since its enactment, the TVPA has been reauthorized and updated 5 times, each time providing more support for programs that serve victims. And more bills are being enacted on the state level. In 2018, California introduced a bill requiring hotels and motels to provide human trafficking awareness training once every 2 years for employees that are likely to come in contact with victims.
My thing is with that, y'all had employees in place, right? So why everybody act like they don't see nothing? Or we missing the clue? Let me call Scooby and the mystery gang, and we're going to just find out what's going on, allegedly.
Hotels such as Marriott have implemented their own training requirements for employees.
We recognize that a number of states and local jurisdictions are passing.
Yo, I'm gonna stop it right there because I'm gonna break it down from the this news report I seen like lately.
Terrifying moments right outside of the shops at the Legacy in Plano. A teen girl gets away from an attempted trafficker. CBS 11's JD Miles tells us what you should do if you ever see anything like this.
See what I'm saying?
It was right here in the middle of Plano's Shops at Legacy where a 17-year-old girl escaped from a violent human trafficker she had been with for a year. If not for some observant witnesses watching nearby and intervening, authorities say it's likely she would still be in his clutches. It's security camera video of 2 people talking outside a nail salon in Plano's Shops at Legacy. You probably wouldn't pay much attention to them until the male stomps hard on the female's foot. It's followed by a violent punch that knocks her to the ground.
I feel sick to my stomach. And
we all do. We all do. Enough with the lies. We all do. Now, Got to go to the
It's on
this other one,
Wayfair.com,
man.
ranging from $12,000
This
to
is from verified
$14,000,
Wayfair.
and it draws
The Wayfair website, right? So these cabinets right here on the website is pricing at damn near a quarter, half, or whatever. So prices don't lie.
attention to their names. Well, within hours, these claims started popping up as well. Internet sleuths looked into the names of the cabinets and found that in each instance, there was a matching missing person case. This appears off-putting, but our research showed it's not as sinister as it seems. First, let's talk about these girls. This article claims Samaya Mumin was reported missing last year, and there was a 13,000.
They put it in your face. They letting you know this is what's going on. You feel me?
$1,000 cabinet named Samaya on Wayfair. But Samaya wasn't in the Ohio missing persons database. She actually made a video about all of this herself, where she explains she was never missing and that article has been removed.
How are you gonna post about me being missing? You don't even know me.
So the claim linking Samaya to the storage cabinet is false. And it wasn't the only one. Mary Durrett was found safe in 2017, and Samara Duplessis.
The thing about that, you can always get people to clean up things, but it's still sketchy on what's going on. It's a lot of red flags on our website.
Was found safe in May. Our research actually showed that most of the links to missing persons are provably false. But what about the names, you may ask? The Duplessis pillow, for instance. That's not a typical product name, right?
So why they use the girl name on the website for the cabinet that's priced at $200K? I'm just saying.
Right? Well, it actually is.
I'm pretty sure she getting her cut, right?
Is typical on Wayfair. If you search Duplessis, you find rugs, tables, pillows, statues, lamps, and more, all with Duplessis in the name. And no, Wayfair didn't change these names after these claims came out. We checked archived pages and these products existed first. When we looked deeper into Wayfair's naming, we realized it's not hard to make a viral post like this. My last name, for instance, Puckett, isn't a common product name, but it is on Wayfair. I found tables, dressers, lamps, even beds with my last name. And if I do a Google search for Puckett missing, I find 3 different missing persons with my same last name on the first page alone.
But it's not you.
Combine these results and boom, I have a Puckett missing persons case linked to a Wayfair Puckett product. It may seem...
Hey man, I'm finna just go on over there. I'm trying to see something. All right. I'm just saying. So before I had to go to Amazon just to actually look at the prices. Check this out. Price of a cabinet, it's under $1,000. Just say for a cabinet set. The same cabinets. Low fees, low price. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see no red flag, but you get what I'm saying about the pricing. Now let's go to the Wayfair. Wayfair, come on, man. Let's see what's going on. Wide storage cabinet at $258K. 20 inches now. 20-inch wide storage cabinet. Go to Amazon, type in 20-inch wide cabinet. Ain't no cabinet going to cost that much. Listen, let me go further down on this. Out of stock. Look at that. Out of stock. $243K. Come on, dog. Who they shitting, man? Who they shitting? Look at this. 5K. 20,000. 20,000. It's a lot of damn money. And these cabinets. I don't know what they do with these things, but I just find this like red flag, like a mug. Think about it, man. Who want to spend 256K on that, man? 243K. That's crazy. That's crazy. Prices don't lie. People lie. That's crazy. Let me go.
Welcome back to this special edition of Hannity. Now, last night you saw part one of our own Sarah Carter's interview with a human smuggler, a trafficker in Central America. Here's part two of her Hannity exclusive investigation.
We are seeing a large increase in the United States of unaccompanied minors, children that have no guardians. Is that part of, I guess, the trafficking organization's plans because it's easier to move those children or it's more money?
Yeah, it's all part of that.
What about people that want to buy a child because they're a sexual predator?
I've heard that some people in places have very specific things that they like, certain nationalities or certain age groups. So the cartels are looking for the people going around, and when they spot someone with those characteristics,
It's dealing with a lot of people that got money. I smell it.
they tend to take them. In many cases, they just have the children there and they have a purpose. Only they know what purpose they're going to serve. But yeah, they are just going to keep them there and they're not going to be free ever again.
When they keep the children, they could use them for anything, for drugs or for sex or
a journal.
The kids could be
Chrome.
abused, right, on the road.
In most cases, they wanted to sell their organs, so that is the reason they take children.
See what I'm saying? He probably felt guilty in his conscience, so that's why he came forward. Look, it's on CNN, man. It's on CNN. Look, I'm telling you.
Very hard to hear.
Yes, it's very hard. Sometimes they take out the organs and they refill the body with drugs so they can take it through the border.
No. I just think it's more than that.
Do they sell them to hospitals or to buyers, like private
He could be right too.
buyers, wealthy buyers?
There are people with money that want to buy the organs of kids, and it's not only for a country. They take it to different countries. And
super rich people. They got loot.
Normally, they do this with clinics that are not authorized.
This is worth a lot of money.
Obviously, it's more lucrative for them to just get the child and gain money from each organ they sell. So they're obviously looking for opportunities to gain more money out of it. They just care about the money.
Big business. This is bigger than drugs itself.
Wow. Sarah joins us now along with co-host of the Clay.
Man, I said the same thing, but like I was saying, man, this is like the top of the food chain type of thing, man. Like I was saying, hey man, y'all be safe. Y'all be safe. You got people out here doing this type of fuckery. And it's real. If you want it to be real. If not, like I said, you got the red pill, you got the blue pill. It's your choice. But other than that, everything remain allegedly because people don't know or too afraid to step forward.